Now on CoastTV News.
Stranded in the surf, a massive whale washes ashore along the coast. Response and reaction to this beachside emergency. The price to park, Bethany Beach considers increasing the fee. What it could mean for your next visit. And a legal battle. Purdue Farms a lawsuit over contamination near Salisbury thrown out. Why the company says it's handling the problem.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
A massive humpback whale washed up along Delaware's coast. Good evening, I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We begin tonight at Delaware Seashore State Park. Right here near Conquest Road at the state park is precisely where this stranded whale was spotted this evening, according to DENREC. And the department says it was a 35-foot 14-ton whale stranded in the surf there. The Mare Institute was assisting DENREC with the response. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy was on the scene tonight. He joins us now in the newsroom with more. Brendan.
Christina, I was there on the scene right as the sun was going down and the whale was clearly dead. I did get to speak with one person, though, that got to see everything unfold. Washed up along the coast. This humpback whale spotted near Conquest Street at Delaware Seashore State Park Wednesday evening. The Mare Institute joined DENREC in responding. Tony Gallimberti was there when the whale first washed ashore. He told Coast TV he thinks this giant bubble could be the whale's tongue.
It's pretty wild. I've never seen anything like it. It's just a humpback whale. I think it's a baby size and looks pretty, cool. Otherwise, it's dead. I just wanted to come check it out, really, just see how it plays out, I guess.
The whale was not moving aside from being pushed around by the waves. According to DENREC, there are different ways crews approach a situation like this, depending on whether or not the whale is dead or alive. Since the whale was dead, they set up a perimeter around it to make sure that if anything happened, like the bubble exploding, that people were far enough away. They're also providing limited details at this time. Christina?
Okay, thanks for that, Brendan. And according to DENREC, there are multiple reasons why whales and other marine animals can wash ashore, including injury or illness, entanglement in fishing gear, or even exposure to underwater noise pollution, such as seismic blasting and engine noise from large boats. Moving on now, new tonight at 11, Delaware Congresswoman Sarah McBride speaking out against President Trump's administration for cutting nearly $500,000 from the Community Legal Aid Society of Delaware. The funding, which helped enforce fair housing laws in Delaware, was terminated in February. And she said on the floor of the U.S. House of Representatives, in part, quote, "The termination of this funding is not just a fiscal hit, it's an attack on the principle of fairness. Housing is not a luxury, it's a basic need, and I will continue to fight to restore these funds," unquote. We're taking a live look outside into Lewis now, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams is going to join us for a check on the weather.
As we take a look at our expectations, look for east wind and onshore flow through Friday with temperatures in the 50s inland, 40s along the coast and cloudy skies. Then we're going to have spring-like conditions to return as we go into this weekend with 70s expected on the peninsula ahead of a cold front pushing through. And then storm with a chance of rain kicks in late Sunday, but especially on Monday. And Monday we may actually have a yellow alert day. So it's going to be quite windy, quite rainy. Now, as you take a look, we're staying relatively clear. As far as our brunch cast is concerned, we're looking for cloudy skies staying persistent for all of Thursday. 44 by 9 o'clock, 46 degrees by 11 o'clock, and 47 degrees by 1 o'clock, with winds blowing at about 12 to 13 miles per hour. Coming up, we'll talk more about your full forecast, including that warm-up over the weekend.
Thanks for that, Paul. New tonight, a shooting investigation in Sussex County is underway. This was the scene from our Coast Copter around 7 p.m. on Collins Ave in Seaford. Police there asking people to avoid the area because of a criminal investigation, and Delaware State Police have confirmed there was a shooting and that they are taking over the investigation there in Seaford. Well, after 8 years, the Indian River School District will go to a current expense referendum. The district is asking people to vote in favor of a property tax increase. The money would fund operating costs as well as recruitment and retention of staff. The IRSD superintendent, Dr. Jay Owens, says he's hopeful for a good turnout on March 20th.
We want folks to be as informed as possible, but really, March 20th, we want the community to come out and have their voice heard.
And there was a public meeting tonight at the Indian River High School so that people could get some more information on this upcoming referendum. A local advocacy group, Homeless and Human, says it is on board with the new short-term rental rules in Ocean City. The new regulations essentially eliminate short-term rentals in neighborhoods by establishing a 31-night minimum stay for guests. And the group says short-term rentals reduce the availability and affordability of homes.
Unfortunately, I don't have hopes that homes are going to become more affordable anytime soon for any reason. But I do believe that these restrictions will help open the conversation and get more people to understand that there are so many people who are just simply locked out of having a home.
Now, on the other side, a homeless shelter that operates in Worcester County pointed out that short-term rentals can actually serve a positive purpose because it gives them time to work on a more supportive, permanent housing plan. Now to Bethany Beach. Parking there may cost you a bit more this summer. The town looking at a big increase, as much as 33%. Right now it costs $3 an hour to park in Bethany Beach, but the town looking to change that to $4 an hour.
Why should you pay for parking to go spend $200 when you can go somewhere else and do the same thing and don't pay $0?
And this comes after Rehoboth Beach increased their parking to $4 an hour, and while Ocean City considers a plan to push parking to $4.50 an hour. And all this brings us to our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know, is $4 per hour too much for parking? Let's take a look at the results, see what you all think. Take a look at your screen. Looks like most people saying yes, that is too much, 81% with that answer, but 11% saying it really depends on the location. You can share your thoughts. Tell us what you think. Just go over to CoastTV.com or use our mobile app, and we'll have updated results online. New tonight, Senate Bill 21 was released from committee today. It's the next step to get passed by the Senate in Delaware. The bill clarifies corporate code and is aimed at keeping corporations in the first state, which are a huge part of Delaware's revenue. It was proposed after big companies who long incorporated in Delaware left after some high-profile legal cases. On the other side, opponents believe the bill would negatively affect Delaware's economy, pensions, and other retirement funds and everyday investors. Senator Darius Brown issuing a statement saying a big step was taken today in reaffirming Delaware's leadership and looks for support from others, saying, quote, "We urge Governor Meyer and our colleagues in the Delaware House of Representatives to join us in supporting SB 21. Together, we can ensure that Delaware remains a beacon of innovation and excellence in corporate governance, fostering an environment where businesses can thrive while contributing to the prosperity of our state," unquote. And Governor Matt Meyer throwing his support behind the bill, saying, quote, "I am urging both chambers in the state's legislature to move with urgency with this issue deserves," unquote. And there is a new development in this story tonight. The Delaware Coalition for Open Government is filing a FOIA complaint against Senator Darius Brown. The group saying the Senate Judiciary Committee, which Senator Brown chairs, violated open meeting laws by failing to post an updated agenda 6 hours before a key vote on Senate Bill 21. Moving to national news now, President Donald Trump's new sweeping 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum imports went into effect today, and Canada and the European Union has already announced plans to hit back on the U.S. metal tariffs. Sherelle Hubbard has the latest details on the back and forth tariff positions that risk sparking a trade war.
Countries around the globe aren't backing down.
Will you respond to their retaliation?
Of course I'm going to respond.
But neither is President Donald Trump, and trade war fears have consumers and businesses caught in the crosshairs.
who could blame them putting reciprocal tariffs on us? You know, it's just a match, you know, and nobody's going to win.
Wednesday's U.S. tariffs were met with swift retaliation from Canada and Europe. Canada announced a series of measures.
So what we did is we matched dollar for dollar the American tariffs at the same percentage.
The European Union also swiftly retaliated, imposing tariffs on up to $28 billion worth of U.S. goods exports. The markets were mixed at close Wednesday, but some economists warn that the odds of a recession are rising.
The economy is strong. It came into the year doing very well, but it can't digest the kind of tariffs that we're talking about here.
The 25% toll on all U.S. imported steel and aluminum threatens to drive up prices on a broad range of consumer and industrial goods for Americans.
Houses and cars are bundles of steel and aluminum. He is imposing an onerous tax upon the middle class right now.
Democrats argue that Americans will be the ones picking up the tab for the president's policies.
Donald Trump and House Republicans are crashing the American economy in real time.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
And we are just getting started this evening. Coming up, toxic trouble. A lawsuit over PFAS contamination has Purdue Farms pushing back. But first, the Milford Library looking for some renovations, what they say needs fixing.
Well, although today was a little bit cooler than yesterday, we still clocked pretty good numbers. I mean, think about it. We had a high of 57 degrees. 54 is the average high for this time of the year. 81, the record set in 2006. And our low for this morning, actually about 4 degrees above the norm for this time of the year. And we're going to be looking at cloudy skies and temperatures a little bit below par for the next couple of days in a row before they really warm up nicely. Your full forecast coming up in a moment.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, superheroes take over Ocean City. See how local artists bring comic book icons to life. Then on Spill the Tea. Would you skip a wedding if your invite arrived last minute? Coast Life, tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
Many people take their eyes for granted, but a dilated exam that's thorough, looking at the retina and the front of the eye, can be extremely important. It can not only save your eyesight, but possibly even save your life, finding conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, or even tumors. So make sure that you make an appointment with your local eye care professional to have a thorough medical dilated exam.
For more about Chesapeake Eye, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
March Mania is here. Enter your 64-team college basketball picks. Win $350 in Wawa gift cards for the top 3 brackets. Go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com to pre-register. The DSN Bracket Challenge, sponsored by Wawa.
We were warm enough to get beyond the norm for this time of the year, but not warm enough where we can start bragging about it being, so spring-like, but that will happen as we go into the weekend. But just to kind of give you an update on the numbers, we warmed to 57 degrees in Georgetown for today, 55 the actually recorded high officially in Ocean City, and 63 for the high. A little more sunshine there for us actually in the Cambridge area. Now, with that being the case, where are we right now as far as temperature is concerned? We're between 15 to 17 degrees cooler. So we are markedly cooler now than we were just 24 hours ago. But temperatures, staying on the mild side because they were in the 40s from earlier this evening. But our big concern is going to be, what's happening with the winds. I mean, we're looking at a small craft advisory that's going to stay active until 6 o'clock Thursday with 25 mile per hour wind gusts expected at the Lewis, Rehoboth, Ocean View, Fenwick Island beach area. Now, that's also inclusive of Ocean City all the way down towards Chincoteague, watching out for breezy conditions, the winds that just pick up momentum over the next 24-hour period. And the thing about it is we have the stationary boundary that's just to our southwest. That's going to begin to waffle its way towards us and bring with it cloud cover, a mixing of the warm, which is the red, and the cooler air, which is the blue. That mixture and that lack of homogeneous aspect between the two is actually going to keep us with cloud cover going on the increase. For tonight, cloud cover, temperatures in the 40s. Now, we're going to be in the 40s for the next couple of days, and we're going to stay there. For example, we start off cloudy all day, really for Thursday, and the winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's going to make those 50s, what few people may see it, won't even feel it there because it's going to feel like the 40s because of the winds. Now, we go on to Thursday by 4 o'clock. We're looking at temperatures in the 40s, 47 in Lewis, 45 Bethany Beach and Fenwick Island, 46 Ocean City. Now, that's despite the wind, so it's going to feel cooler than that. So bundle up with your long sleeves at the very least. Friday morning, we stay cloudy as well. In fact, we're looking at 2 days straight of cloudy conditions. Then our precipitation chances will escalate Sunday to 51% and a whopping 79 to near 80% chance on Monday. And in fact, Monday, we're likely to have a first alert, yellow alert day, so to speak. Now, we're looking for warm conditions because we'll have the warm front that'll set us up for the spring fever over the weekend, but then the front will begin to push through. Now, Monday is when we're looking for this slice of yellow, which will bring some heavy showers over our neck of the woods, kicking in for Monday morning, going to Monday afternoon, lunchtime. And then the frontal boundary should begin to clear out for us as we go into Monday afternoon, 3 o'clock. And then once it clears, we stay clear for an extended period of time. So for tonight, just to kind of recap, 41 increasing cloud cover, patchy fog, by the way. Cloudy skies, chilly, and just raw for Thursday. And you know what? Friday's going to be a repeat of Thursday. Mostly cloudy, still staying cool with winds out of the east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Finally, here's a look at your exclusive extended forecast. Now, we'll go from 52 up to 70 Saturday and Sunday, but Sunday night, rain begins, and Monday throughout the day on St. Patrick's Day. Watching out for a yellow alert day with plenty of rain and a bit breezy as well.
Tonight, the Milford City Council heard from the Milford Public Library in a workshop. The library giving a presentation on the state of the library, including talks about renovations to the building, which hasn't been renovated in about 20 years. The Milford Public Library saying not only was tonight's meeting about renovations, but also saying they hope the city starts to view them as a part of the social infrastructure of the city and not just a community center. And one interesting thing in that presentation, the poverty level in Milford. It's outpacing the rest of the state and the nation in general. At the same time, the city's reading proficiency levels are lower than both as well. That's according to the 2020 U.S. Census. And Milford Public Library Director Leah Rossell says they have resources to try and help that, and they work to enhance what's being taught in schools, but say they need the city's continued support.
We're sort of at a critical juncture. You know, because our services are free, we can't raise prices because of inflation. And so our choice is to decrease service. And that's the last thing I want to do.
And the library says they are always looking for ways to make a difference in the community, whether through reading and education or through cultural and entertainment programs. Meanwhile, Purdue Farms is pushing for the dismissal of a lawsuit over PFAS contamination near Salisbury. In the company's latest court filing, attorneys argue Purdue is actively fixing the situation. Back in October, Purdue revealed unsafe levels of forever chemicals at its agribusiness facility on Zion Church Road. It was later learned through testing that hundreds of nearby homes also had elevated levels. An attorney representing neighbors say he's confident in their case.
This is a very serious case. PFAS chemicals are forever compounds. They are carcinogenic. And, you know, we are doing everything that we can as quickly as we can.
Now, Purdue has also filed a report to the Maryland Department of the Environment. It identifies 8 potential sources of forever chemicals on the Purdue property. Coming up next, new rules in the sky after the deadly mid-air collision over Reagan National Airport. Why experts say the risk was there all along.
What if your morning was just easier? At Wawa,
Good morning.
it is. With everything you need to get your day moving. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
$3,000 off MSRP? That's nothing at IG Burton Chevrolet of Milford. Pick your favorite new Chevrolet and pay $3,000 under invoice. That's not a deal, that's a steal. Together, let's drive a Silverado, Equinox, Traverse, Trax, and more at $3,000 under invoice.
You simply won't find a better deal anywhere else. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
$3,000 off MSRP? That's nothing. Steal a deal at IG Burton Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Berlin. Pay up to $3,000 under invoice on new Rams during Ram Truck Month.
Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Or pay up to $3,000 under invoice on new Jeeps during the Jeep Celebration event.
You simply won't find a better deal anywhere else. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
Why settle for any meal deal when you can have one you really want? Wawa's $5 Big Breakfast Deal gets you any Sizzly breakfast sandwich, any size hot or iced coffee, and a hash brown, all for just $5. Now featuring our new French Toast Sizzly. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
New helicopter restrictions now in place near D.C.'s Reagan National Airport following that deadly mid-air crash between a chopper and a passenger plane. And the urgent safety action was taken after a preliminary NTSB report found thousands of near misses at the airport over the last decade. NBC's Sam Brock has more.
This morning, revamped rules in the air around D.C.'s Reagan National Airport. At first, a temporary change restricting non-essential helicopters near DCA will remain in place following January's mid-air collision that claimed 67 lives. The Department of Transportation now permanently banning helicopters on what's called Route 4 while planes are taking off or landing on runway 33. Those are the same flight paths involved in the nighttime crash between an American Airlines regional jet and an Army helicopter.
We've determined that the existing separation distance pose an intolerable risk to aviation safety by increasing the chances of a mid-air collision at DCA.
The NTSB says it discovered a dangerous trend of near misses, with choppers previously allowed to fly as close as 75 feet from commercial aircraft.
It's only a 75-foot distance between the top of the helicopter route and the flight path of the airplane, 75 feet. It was an accident waiting to happen, unfortunately.
The NTSB says it found more than 15,000 close proximity events between October 2021 and December 2024. And over more than a decade, alerts were triggered at least once a month for an automated cockpit collision avoidance warning.
It's a traffic alert that's urgent. And to have one of those happen at least once a month during a 14-year period is shocking to me.
As the Transportation Secretary demanding answers.
How did the FAA not know? How did they not study the data to say, hey, this is a hot spot, we're having near misses, and if we don't change our way, we're going to lose lives?
The Cambridge South Dorchester Vikings boys basketball team heads to the state championship game on Friday, and we have live coverage starting at 1:30 p.m. on the Delmarva Sports Network. You can tune in at 2 p.m. for a live analysis and chat with the DSN crew. It's all part of the Wawa Watch Party for the state championship against the Seed School. And coming up in sports tonight, a full evening of hoops. Parkside girls basketball in the state semifinals, along with the tip-off of the MEAC tournaments. We'll have the highlights.
We salute George Gross, a World War II veteran whose service to our nation is marked by extraordinary courage and commitment. George landed on Utah Beach during the D-Day invasion. He was wounded in combat on September 11, 1944, when a bullet struck his plane. Yet he continued to serve valiantly, fighting in the pivotal Battle of the Bulge. On June 10, 1945, he performed honor guard duties for General Eisenhower in Frankfurt, Germany. George was honorably discharged on October 13, 1945. We salute his bravery and dedication during some of the most critical moments of World War II.
Spicer Brothers and CoastTV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a CoastTV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Download the CoastTV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
At Cabinet Discounters, we're turning your remodeling dreams into reality. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen, revamping your bathroom, or adding storage solutions to other spaces, we've got you covered. With over 40 years of trusted expertise, we're proud to bring our commitment to quality and service to Frankfort, Delaware. Explore top quality cabinets, elegant countertops, and expert design services at our showroom. And let us help bring your vision to life.
Cabinet Discounters. Great quality, great price.
Did you know that Homewell Care Services provides more than just care to seniors? Sometimes even a caretaker needs caregiving. That's why Homewell Care Services provides flexible options to help you foster a more balanced home environment. Whether you need long-term support or are recovering from a recent injury or illness, Homewell creates a personalized plan for you. Our staff is committed to providing exceptional care to clients ages 18 and up and prioritizing peace of mind. Call Homewell Care Services today or visit homewellcares.com to learn more.
Welcome to Sea Level Designs. Come visit us for an extraordinary selection of nautical gifts and decor for your home. Choose from thousands of coastal home accessories, including pillows, accent furniture, lamps, indoor-outdoor rugs, wall decor, and so much more. Whether you live by the beach or just dream of ocean breezes, we have something for everyone in every price range. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook to keep up with our constantly changing inventory. Sea Level Designs, open year-round in Bethany Beach.
Shocked by your high utility bills? Maybe you have a cold floor or an uncomfortable room above the garage? Do me a favor, take a look in your attic, and if you can see the wood between the insulation, call FLC. This is a poorly insulated attic, and it is typical of the majority of existing homes throughout our entire country. Most homes were built when energy costs were cheap, energy codes were non-existent, and frankly, expectations were different too. Call FLC. We make homes more comfortable, healthy, and yes, energy efficient too.
If you've inherited a home or have a distressed property that you just want to be done with, then call me, Delmarva Dave. I buy houses. The process is simple. I'll make you a fast cash offer and close in 30 days so you can just move on. No agents, no showings, no repairs, and no stress. It really is that simple when you work with a professional home buyer like me, Delmarva Dave. I'll make selling your home a breeze.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
New tonight, Bay Health's new child care center at the Sussex campus will be named after Ann L. Burton. Charles Burton, president of IG Burton Auto Group, made a pledge in memory of his mother, who he says her lifelong work supported families and children. And the new Bay Health Ann L. Burton Center for Children will serve children through age 11, offering classrooms, play areas, and emergency care. Also in health news tonight, it's World Glaucoma Day, a time to bring awareness to a group of diseases that damage the eye's optic nerve and can result in vision loss, even blindness. The CDC says about 3 million Americans have glaucoma, but about half of them have no idea they have it. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has 5 things to know about glaucoma.
It's called the sneak thief of sight, impairing vision and even causing blindness if untreated.
Glaucoma in its early phases is really unsymptomatic. People have no idea that they have it.
Dr. David Friedman with Massachusetts Eye and Ear says the first thing to know about glaucoma is that early detection is critical. A regular eye exam can help prevent damage and loss of vision from the condition. Next, while anyone can get glaucoma, certain groups have a higher risk, including everyone over the age of 60, African Americans over age 40, people with a family history of glaucoma, and those who have diabetes. Third, there are several forms of glaucoma. Angle closure and open angle are the most common. Both tend to run in families. Fourth, there's no cure for glaucoma, but there are treatments that can help reduce eye pressure and preserve vision, including eye drops, oral medicine, or surgery.
The eye, just like a balloon, has a pressure, and in the eye, it's water that makes the pressure. And we can do things to either allow more of that water to leave the eye or to reduce the amount of water made in the eye.
Finally, the CDC says Medicare covers an annual glaucoma test for those at high risk of developing it.
The strongest recommendation I can make is that as people are aging, they get routine eye care.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Tonight was a big one on the hardwood. We saw high school state semifinals and the beginning of MEAC tournaments. We start at the high school level. The Parkside girls in the state semis taking on Francis Scott Key. In the first quarter, Eagles on a run. Summer Brooks with the full court feed to Abby Reiger to put them up 9-2. Then it's Brooks on the fast break, but Zion Smith says, "Get that out of here." But on the ensuing inbound, Caroline Core in the corner lets it fly and rips the cords on a triple to extend the advantage. The Eagles were too much for the Rams tonight, ending Parkside's Cinderella run with a 62-37 victory. Then in the MEAC tournament, it's number 1 seed Norfolk State Spartans and the University of Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks swooping in, trying to play spoiler. The Spartans with the fast break early. Chris Fields Jr. with the slam, 14-7. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. But then it was KC Shaw's turn. Jumper at the elbow is pure, but back to the Spartans. Terrence Jones darting through the back door and finishing. The Hawks battled, but it wasn't enough to take down the top seed. Norfolk State wins it 77-70. Then on the women's side, Howard and Delaware State. We start off with some defense. Erica Huggins stealing and dealing, but in the end, this game would be all Bison. Howard comes out on top 85-51. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everyone.
Coast TV News can be heard on Coast Country.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Hey, here he is. Let's do this.
Hey, you ready? Yeah.
You're up, guys. All right.
Buy an exciting new 25 Camry with low 4.99 APR financing. Or get low APR financing on a stylish new Corolla sedan.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Yeah.
Come on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Embrace spring with a furry new family member from Puppies R Us. Our commitment to you and your puppy starts with our Healthy Pup Promise, meaning every purebred and hybrid is vet checked, vaccinated, and microchipped, ensuring the happiest and healthiest puppies. Plus, at Puppies R Us, we're experts in breeds, traits, and care, and offer all the food, toys, and supplies you'll need. Experience the warmth of spring at family-owned Puppies R Us in Bridgeville, where we put the puppies before us.
Calling outdoor enthusiasts. Maryland's coast is naturally beautiful. Be invigorated by salt air, endless waterways, and spectacular scenery. The year-round outdoor experiences are unlimited. Camping at state parks, enjoying a round of golf at one of the 17 champion golf courses, going for a walk around a local park, canoeing and kayaking, enjoying a bike ride, and more. It's time for you to go coastal in Worcester County. Plan your next adventure in our naturally beautiful towns and go to visitmarylandscoast.org.
$3,000 off MSRP? That's nothing at IG Burton Lewis Auto Mall. Pick your favorite new Chevrolet and pay $3,000 under invoice. That's not a deal, that's a steal. Together, let's drive a Silverado, Equinox, Encore, and more at $3,000 under invoice.
You simply won't find a better deal anywhere else. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, but is ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with a Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Well, first of all, let's go ahead and announce our umbrella giveaway winner is Jeannie Warren of Millsboro. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. If you want to catch up with the information with your forecast, by the way, be sure you call our weather line. The number is 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Bruckstedt, Mendalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. A couple of things to keep in mind. Next couple of days are going to be a mirror of one another. 52 and cloudy on Thursday, 52 and cloudy on Friday. But then we go from the 50s into the 70s quickly over the weekend. More sunshine Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, a good deal of sunshine most of the day, but they will clock some scattered showers late. And then Monday in the morning and the early afternoon and lunchtime till about 3 o'clock, we're looking for rain. just enough to cross the barrier of concern for a yellow alert day, and will be much cooler down into the 50s again. But we'll climb back up and we'll go back and forth till the kickoff of spring on Thursday.
All right, should be a good weekend for St. Patty's festivities. Thanks for that, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For some more local news and local weather, you can find that anytime on our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.